Welcome, welcome. It's day 3 of this crazy 31 days of YAM in May. I invite you to go back to listen to video 1 and 2. These are going to be short 3 to 4 minute clips telling you a little bit about my program, Young Ascended Masters, myself, the children, and I'll have to at least tell you, I'm getting a little self-conscious about thinking about these goofy questions. I ask the kids what is known as Kaylaa's goofy question of the night whenever we meet at introduction time. And it's a way of getting the kids to break the ice, a lot of shy, introverted kids, to really have an unintimidating way to speak 1 or 2 words, a little bit longer if they want to, but it's a chance for them to really step into the group. So I've tried to stop this ritual one day and the kids just really love it. So I'm doing this all 31 days. So be prepared for a goofy question. Feel free to answer it in the comments below and let's have at it. So tonight's goofy question: if your future self could come back and visit you today, what message would he or she have for you? That's not so goofy, but it's a good one. Okay, so today I want to share one of my goals that I have for this group, for these kids, is to give them a sense that they're not alone. They've got very unique qualities and gifts and missions here, and so many times they feel alienated. These are innate gifts that they have. It's not something like you and I strive to get into deep meditation and download healing gifts and things like that. These kids already have that. And what I learned was to contain my astonishment. I mean, some of the things that happen in our group that they say that they're capable of truly blows me away sometime. And one of the things that we do, we call them superpowers. I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to do a little media here today. And when the kids, when there's a little bit of turnover in the group, so probably about every 6 months, we have a new group. And there's enough new kids that I want them to get to know each other and to realize that some of the things that they experience in their life, a lot of the other kids have that same experience. So this is my list of superpowers, and I'm just going to share this with you. When I was the director of the Conscious Youth Program for the Flower of Life, we had a summer camp. And one of the opening night's activities was for these kids to self-identify some of these gifts. And every single one on here, at least 1 to 3 kids experienced. So check in with yourself, your own dormant gifts or ones that have maybe shown up for you that you know in your own childhood or even that you're having today. So see invisible beings. They hear and speak to invisible beings, or they know beings are around them. Communication, they communicate with people who've passed on, with animals, with nature and crystals. They feel energy of others or of nature, of animals. They can heal themselves or others. Empathic across the board. Every child that comes into this program is empathic. So they feel the emotions of others. And it's really interesting for my own learning to be very deliberate in setting our own containers. And as children, their emotions are all over the map. So picking each other's emotions up, even in the group, is something that we're conscious of. And if it happens, we talk about and how to really set that space for themselves. They see auras, they see energy of living things and people, see orbs, balls of light. I must say, one of our meetings, we literally saw a shadowed figure walking behind one of the girls on the screen. It's caught on video. It's the most amazing thing. And we talked about it, and we got their impressions of, what do you think that was? Who do you think that was? What kind of feelings did it give you? So it was one of the highlights. It for sure ranks up there on one of the top 3 meetings that we've had. Telepathic. We do have several girls who are emerging in their telepathy. It's amazing to see. It's amazing to talk to their mom. They know things. They know when people aren't telling the truth. It's like they're human lie detectors. So parents, be careful how you speak to your kids. If your words don't match what you're feeling inside, that's going to be picked up by them. They know things they were never taught before. They know things before they happen. Many remember past lives. Some of those lives were living on other planets. Not so many are experiencing out-of-body experiences. Definitely an awareness of astral traveling in their dreams. One spoke of actual astral traveling while awake. The next 2, not so much, but it's not unheard of as far as bilocation and being in 2 places at once. In their minds, definitely we've had some conversation about that. And this next one shows my learning when I wrote this, shape-shifting. I had no idea that this is a real thing. I thought it was one of the creative places we go in our consciousness. But this is for real. This is a physical, plasmic experience. They can move things with their mind and speak strange and unusual languages we know as light language. The kids are talking it, they're writing it. Your children may fall into having some of these gifts. If so, please feel free to join us and let them find others just like themselves. So on that note, that's some of the kids. We will continue this conversation tomorrow, or day 12 or day 14. Okay, I do want to say, if you share any of these superpowers and you want to self-proclaim, feel free to also do that down below. Okay, have a great night.